Morning, guys. It's Agorist Millionaire here. I wanted to do a quick market update for you after the craziness that has been the crypto markets over the past 72 hours. So let's go ahead and pull up real quick here CoinMarketCap.com and take a look at the brutal, look at all this red. I mean, overnight, basically over the last 24 hours, we saw uh, basically every cryptocurrency lose 5, 10, 15, up to 20, 30% of its value in 24 hours. This is the volatility that we can always count on in the crypto markets. And this is the reason why everyone is so scared. And this is what you hear on TV when they say that Bitcoin is risky and it's not a safe investment, and this is what they mean. However, I look at it as a positive. This volatility is how we make our money. This is the reason why we're able to achieve returns in the thousands of percent per annum. Um, without further ado, let's take a look at some of these. I mean, a lot of these are looking really great right now as far as just price goes. Here's Ethereum. Let's go ahead and pull it back out to a 12-hour chart just so we can kind of get a better outlook of what this thing's doing here. So let me zoom out for you guys. As you can see, this right here, this huge pump, basically what happened over the last 72 hours is we saw a bubble inflate and then burst in the altcoin market. And you'll notice that as I go through these different charts, you're going to see a similar pattern where they jumped up, retraced a little bit down, jumped up to test most of them, a lot of them tested their all-time highs, and crashed back down over the last 12 hours. What that means for us is we've got some great opportunities to get these at prices that they haven't been at over the past few days. So without further ado, let's look a little bit closer here. So this is the pump that I'm referring to. This major move that I've recorded with the Fibonacci retracement here. You'll notice that Ethereum retraced down here. We're sitting. I mean, now it's sitting right around this level here, but this is if we take a closer look at this one move right here, and this was I guess you could call Sunday's pump, and it went up to an interim high right there. So if you've seen any of my other videos, what I like to do when we're looking for entry points is to draw what I call the sweet spot here between 61.8 and 78.6 retracement, the Fibonacci retracement levels. So if we extend that out, you'll notice that we're sitting just above it. Now, obviously, we want to get prices within there, and we may get another dip down into there. I think we probably will, but if you'll notice, we're on the 30-minute chart, we've got a crossover here on the MACD. We have gaining momentum here on the RSI, and obviously a ton of support from a major trend line here. You can see it dip down below there, but it bounced back up immediately. So this trend line is continuing to hold. Ethereum, the fact of the matter is Ethereum's not going anywhere anytime soon. And if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, if I've kind of gotten to that point, honestly, that Bitcoin, I just don't see anything else taking it over. That's my personal opinion. Do your own due diligence, come up with your own conclusions, and let me know, because I'm always down to look at other perspectives. But if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, you're going to say that at one point, all of these other altcoins are going to lose massive amounts of value, and you'll also question whether or not they'll even make it through the end of the year, maybe through the end of 2018. But the fact of the matter is, Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency, and it has widespread support all over the world. There are huge billion-dollar companies working with it with the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. even if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, you must accept that Ethereum is not going to die anytime soon. So this huge pump that we got into Ethereum, that was a little overinflated. You can see this correction. It's a little bit closer, in my opinion. This is a lot better valued now. It was I was seeing that pump, and I kept hearing about the bubble. I look reading all over the forums. They're like, we're in a bubble, and I kind of took it, being having kind of gained this Bitcoin maximalist, perspective. I kind of overinflated it that we were going to see. When people were saying there's an altcoin bubble, I was essentially almost interpreting it as what they were suggesting is that all of these currencies were literally their dying day was coming, you know, and that I found ridiculous. However, we did experience a bubble, so you know we've got some great opportunities to buy here. Obviously, if we can get it dip back down into that level, that'd be great. Here's Bitcoin here. As you can see, it's just been steadily going up. I mean, Bitcoin really is just look at how low the daily volatility is now. I mean, these candlesticks are not big. This is Bitcoin is really getting to the point now where you can almost count on it to hold its value for the most part in a day. I think the daily volatility is right around 5% on average. Um, you've got to be holding Bitcoin. You got to be your safety net is Bitcoin. And I made the decision I'm not allowing my total percentage of Bitcoin in my portfolio to drop below 25% anymore, just as a hedge against bubbles like what happened. And we will see them again. I mean, the the crypto markets are still gaining in market cap despite the little bit of correction that we got over last night with I don't know if y'all know, but Poloniex was actually under a major denial of service attack for about an hour yesterday, and I believe that's part of the reason we had such a big sell-off. Everyone just wanted to get back into Bitcoin to protect their stuff, so that's the reason we saw this. And I'm rambling a little bit, so let's just take a look at some different currencies here. Ripple, we got a crossover here on the MACD. You can see here on the hourly chart. The histogram itself is moving into positive territory, so looks like we've got a positive buy signal here on Ripple. Hopefully we can get there in the sweet spot that I talked about. Let me just take a quick little look here at this last move. And looks like we're just a tad above that 61.8. I'm going to try and get down here at the 78.6. Looks like it will come back here down here to test that high to form a second bottom here, hopefully. So that's what I'm looking for with Ripple. Let's move on to XEM. I mean, it's crazy what XEM's done over the past few days, as you can see here. It's retraced almost all this move, and we've gotten a move back up, but I'm betting it's probably going to go one more back down to hit another double bottom here, and then this is going to be my target buy zone for NEM to shoot back up way above you can see 9 here. We'll go with 10. I'm betting it'll hit at least that. Ethereum, I already talked about Ethereum a little bit, but my short-term target for Ethereum is going to be up here around 0.07. That'll be my first target. XMR, oh boy, that's a beautiful looking chart. Check a look at that guy. See here. Back it up to there. Oh, that was quite a little dip there. That's why I stopped out last night. No wonder. Um, Boy, where can I go? That's a big low. Back this out to the 4-hour chart. Eh, I don't know, man. Here? Okay. So, let me just bring it over here. And kind of. Oh yeah, that's a great buy zone. However, looking down here on this is a 4-hour chart. Looks like we still got some negative momentum. There's a crossover here on the 1 hour. That's looking good. Yeah, we'll see about Monero. I'm not ready to buy that yet. It could break down even further. I stopped out of my Zcash last night. My stop was right around here, so I mean, just about everything I had stopped out last night. But I mean, this is looking good. Yeah, if you're looking to buy into Zcash, I think that this this is probably a very good entry point right here. Ethereum Classic. Um, Same thing. I mean, all of these, when you get a huge dip like this, all we're trying to do is take a look and just I mean, they're not going to fall any further. Look at the amount of support, that there's a lot of price action here. It's after a huge dip like this, when it finds that kind of support, if we were to zoom into the 15-minute chart, as you can see here, it tested this bottom and pivoted. So like this is the bottom. Look at all this volume here. I mean, this is going back up. So, when we get a huge bursting of a bubble like this, I get excited because while it sucks, to lose, I mean, I lost about 6% of my Bitcoin total last night. Um, while it sucks to lose money, as long as you set your stops properly, you're not going to lose all that much, and you know exactly how much you will lose. As long as you set your stops properly and just keep a freaking decent attitude about the whole thing, you'll realize that we've got some great entry points this morning. So I'm going to do some different analysis today, see which of these trades probably has the most upside potential, and as always, keep an eye out for my feed there on Agris Millionaire on Facebook. I try to post just about everything I'm doing on there. As always, don't invest more money than you're willing to lose. As you can see, sometimes we lose some money. Um, and do all your own due diligence because, I'm wrong all the time. Like, when I'm right, it's nice. When I'm wrong, it sucks. But do not listen to everything I say like I'm a god here because I'm not. I'm just learning, just like y'all. We're all learning here. So, with that being said, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to y'all later.